Quick tips! Making spiral staircases. It's base building with Daisy. Spiral stairs can be an elegant and space-saving addition to a multi-level base. You can use many different materials to make one. All you need is some sort of central hub and stairs and some sort of railing so that the characters don't easily fall off of the stairs. My example here has a glass barrier, but you can also make a railing. To make a spiral staircase, take your steps and angle them in 10-degree increments. Now, when you make your stairs, you will want to figure out which way you want them to come out. In my example, I have the stairs finishing along the left-hand wall, and so that meant I had to start them with an entry on the other side. Note that the first step is not at 90 degrees. I measured so that the top step would be at 90, but the height I have the upper floor set to meant that the stairs don't start and end in exactly 90-degree increments. I found that the newsstand in landscape stood on its end is exactly the height of 1/4 spiral on 1/4 grid, so you can use that from the second floor down to see where your stairs end. If you are feeling unsure, I'd suggest you build from the second floor down to be sure it ends where you want. But measuring should give you an idea as to where the entrance will be. Adjust as desired before you build. So for this, I have 1, 2, 3/4 turns for the stairs. I bring in a stair from the room details to see how many steps are needed in addition to the quarter spiral. Looks like 2. I could wait and do the technique I'm about to show you with all of the steps, but I'm going to go ahead and place these along with the start of the quarter turn. I want to place that step right in the middle of this point here, a good reference for every 45 degrees of this circle. Now I can lay out my steps. Here I'm using 1-foot bathroom stall panel walls, laid flat and then angled 10 degrees each, around a center using Tech Tank 2. I'm going to arrange these like they will be on the stairs. I already have the first 0-degree step placed. Now I'm going to place the one at 90 degrees to that one, the last of this quarter turn. Now the midpoint is 45 degrees, and I have 8 steps to place. The middle then would be between these 2 steps, so I'm putting 1 to either side of the midpoint. Now do this how you wish, but for me it's easier if I then place the middle step. It's easier for me to see the middle point instead of sectioning it into thirds. So I have 3 steps to place on each side, so I just place that middle section, and then it's easy to see where the others go. Now I've done the same thing on the other side, and I'm looking over the results to see what needs adjusting. Time to raise up these pieces to their places. One thing worth mentioning, you can raise and place these steps on 1/4 grid, but they aren't going to align perfectly when you do that. Height will be great, spacing, so-so. I turn off the grid when I'm spacing the steps. Shift may mean that you have to reposition some of the steps, but usually they stay pretty well. So that's a quarter turn, 90 degrees of steps. And there are 2 more sections to go if you were making this complete stairway, but as you can see, that was relatively painless. You can put together one of these stairs in a pretty short amount of time if you just lay the pieces out beforehand, so that all you need to do is raise them into place and adjust them slightly. And here you notice I've turned off the grid again, and I'm simply adjusting the steps so that they align the way I want them to, with the right spacing and the right angles and the right gaps between the steps, so it's a nice fanned effect. Now let's work on that railing. For the railing, I like to take this small iron bar that's found in dividers and place that on the steps, and going between 2 bars, I like to use the 4-foot cable from Room Details. Now the easiest way to adjust this is to place it on top of the rail. I'm just going to use a surface to do that. And then I'm going to change the alignment to floor because this may need to be adjusted. And then I'm going to turn it so that the flat part is going to be on top. Essentially the point of this triangle is aimed at the next stair, and then I'm just going to lay it down and adjust from there. And continue on up the railing like this, using the 4-foot bar as basically your limiting factor there. Your posts are going to have to be able to accommodate the ends of that 4-point bar, so use the 4-foot bar to determine your spacing of your supports. And that goes all the way up then when you're done with it, and will keep people in the spiral when they're going up and down the stairs with their characters. Or you can do like my final project is on this particular base where I've encased it in glass, and that's a nice easy way and a very pretty way to keep people inside the stairs. So here's the final product. One more look. Is everything even? Looks great. Have fun with this and happy building.